The Great Debate Series. Jordan versus LeBron.
So today we're talking about all-around impact here. And I'm going to concede to you that Jordan has the shoes. He's got the shoes. We watched a movie dedicated to him landing a contract with Nike.
Yeah.
Nike really landing it with him. And so I'm conceding the shoes and the impact of the shoes.
I'm not sure you are, conceding quite the impact of the shoes, but okay. I mean, they sort of spawned in two things. The entire sports marketing industry as we know it and the entire sneaker culture as they know it are both because of Jordan.
Yes. This is you.
So what
you
matches that? What matches that?
Well, while you're talking about things that are outside of basketball and off the court, I'm going to talk about LeBron James and his legacy and impact, and it's something that's more tangible within the sport and on the floor. Not that sneakers aren't, but
okay.
What LeBron and where his impact, I think, is felt the most is the fact that LeBron is one of the players and maybe a line of demarcation where players said, it's not only would I like to leave a team, or not only am I going to leave a team, this is exactly where I'm going to go. And that has been, LeBron has created a domino effect that has happened through the league that I'm not saying it's great, and I'm not saying that people like it. Hell, we're going through this right now with Dame Lillard. He only wants to go to Miami. Now, LeBron has changed teams 3 times, but has never been traded. Changed teams 3 times, never been traded, though. He left Cleveland to go to Miami. He left Miami to go back to Cleveland, and he left Cleveland to go to L.A. He's never been traded. But the idea that you can wrestle back the power from a front office, that is something LeBron has shown the league. Now, Michael Jordan, for all of his greatness, even he, I don't want to say conceded this in The Last Dance, he never beat Jerry Krause. Jerry Krause was the general manager. They battled at the end, and ultimately Krause is the one who kind of won out. He got his way. That would never happen with LeBron James. He's general manager. He's coach. He's not tied to anything. He's the singular force that even Jordan couldn't get the final say over his general manager in Chicago.
So if LeBron had all this power, why did he keep leaving?
Because I think he was going towards opportunities he wanted.
But he was free. First of all, he's not the first free agent.
No, the other free agents have, but with the type of power that he had.
What, you telling me like Shaq didn't have that kind of power? I mean, the whole
Shaq
world
eventually
wanted Shaq.
got traded, though. He did get traded out of L.A. to Miami. Eventually, even the Lakers made a decision that we're going to stay with Kobe over Shaq. No one's ever made a decision we're going with someone else besides LeBron James.
Well, yeah, because LeBron's been a free agent. So I think if you're talking about impact, obviously this is that nobody does what LeBron does there. Everybody else wants out in mid-contract. So that'd be a trend. Whoever is the first one who said, you know what, I have 3 more years left, trade me now. That's the guy who had the real impact.
Well, LeBron's behind that too. Because Anthony Davis was really, as far as I can remember, one of the first guys who had 2 years left on his contract and said, I want to be traded. This is normally reserved for guys who had a year left on their deal and wanted to be traded. And who was behind the Anthony Davis trade request from New Orleans? Clutch Sports, LeBron James' own sports agency. This is a huge impact, and I think you can draw this all back to LeBron. He's at the center of this.
Not only, I see what you're saying, but I will say one thing about impact on the court.
Yeah.
LeBron is a distant, not even in the same, can't even see him, second most impactful player of his era. There's definitely a most impactful player in his era. There's one person who changed the game when LeBron was playing.
Steph Curry.
His name is Steph Curry.
Yeah.
LeBron did not change anything because you can't be, and that's the reason I don't think LeBron resonates to everyone because he's 6'9" and incredible. There's nobody can be like LeBron. So people can't really emulate LeBron. Like who styles their game off LeBron? Nobody, because you can't be LeBron. You can't, it's a little bit like Shaq. Like you can't be, I want to be the next Shaq. So I don't hear a lot of people saying like, I want to sort of model my stuff off LeBron. Now LeBron clearly modeled himself off one person. And that's Michael Jordan. There's. Oh
my gosh, LeBron's an amalgamation of a lot of great.
No. What number is he wearing now?
Well, 23. But
and what movie was he in last summer?
Well, Space Jam. But you don't think that there's any Magic Johnson in LeBron's game? You don't think that there's LeBron? See, that's what makes him so unique is that he is almost every great player all in one body. Like, he's part Jordan. He's part Magic. He's got some Larry Bird in him. He's got all of these different things in him and in one guy.
Right,
Yeah.
but, I mean, those guys all wanted to be Jordan. I mean, LeBron, of course he wanted to be Jordan. Maybe, what year did he get drafted? But
2003.
Yes, I understand he has a lot of magic, but his obsession with Jordan is the most obvious thing in the world.
Well, that's the ring chasing culture. I mean, that's yes, Jordan came first, of course. And I'm not going to deny that Jordan spawned probably more and inspired maybe more people for basketball than like a Shaquille O'Neal or
probably LeBron too. I mean, LeBron is very physically unique. So
yes.
I think that kind of like you root for him, but you don't like go in your backyard and say, I'm going to be LeBron.
Okay, but that's only one part of impact. I'm talking about a different part of impact. I'm talking about what we see right now in the NBA. Love it or hate it. This is something that, if you want to just kind of shorthand it as player empowerment, LeBron James is the focal point of that. I mean, Jordan wasn't player empowerment. Jordan was company guy.
Yeah, no. Jordan was not player empowerment. Did you watch the movie that we just went to called Air?
Yeah.
He changed the entire game by saying, you're going to give me 1% of the profit of my shoe.
His mom did that.
That's, first of all, who knows if that's true?
I don't know if that part is true. In the movie, Viola Davis does that. It's his mother.
Jordan said, you know what? You're this big company. Guess what? Who's not going to be left out of this? Me. That's the ultimate player empowerment move. And obviously, Jordan held a lot of power. I understand Jerry Krause blew the whole thing up. But I don't know. I don't see what's happening in today's NBA. Doesn't even feel LeBron-like. It feels like Kevin. All these guys want to trade out and don't even wait to their contract.
Well, it's been bastardized by like some other guys, where it's. But the what started the chain, what started the domino effect was LeBron deciding exactly where he wanted to go.
Lots of guys have done that.
No, but also to create the super team. And that has created
that's a different thing.
Another domino. I've got multiple tracks here. Another domino.
This is a plus, by the way, that he created the super team. You're saying that's a pro-LeBron argument or a pro-Jordan argument? I'm a little confused.
Well, I'm just saying this is the impact. Whether it's pro or con, that's a beauty in the eye of the beholder. But I'm just saying you want to know about the impact and the legacy that's going to loom for LeBron. It's going to be a lot of things. It's going to be dictating where you want to go to team up with who you want to team up with. I'm not leaving this in the hands of the general managers anymore. I'm not leaving this in the hands of someone else. It's going to be me now. And look at how that has created a ripple effect around the league.
I don't understand. Well, what's different about all the other superstars who've changed teams through the years? Well,
but when Shaq was going to L.A., right, it was, do you think he specifically was going there because he wanted to play with Kobe?
No, he wanted to go to L.A. because of the Lakers.
Okay, want to go there because of the Lakers. LeBron is doing a thing where it's like, I want to go play with these two other guys that we talked about this when we were on the Olympic team, and we've hashed this out, and this is who I'm going to attach myself to.
You're bringing up the single greatest thing that LeBron is criticized for, as not being good enough to win it on his own.
We're talking about legacy and impact here. It's that this is, what's your stamp?
I would even argue that Michael Jordan had more of a stamp on this year's finals than LeBron James.
In what way?
Because who was the best player on the court? Jokic. Who brought basketball to the world? Clearly Michael Jordan. Then Kobe kind of followed him. But, I mean, the Dream Team and Jordan changed everything. I mean, that guy was more famous in China than the president of the United States. He just changed everything. It was like basketball was one place, then Jordan came and moved it 3 degrees further to the right. Now, LeBron... Unfortunately for LeBron, he was after Jordan, so it's so hard.
It's going to be, you can't.
He's on the shoulders of Jordan.
You can't open up the world a second time. One person gets to open it.
LeBron has been incredibly impactful, but Jordan, and I think a lot of reasons because he was first, really had an edge. I mean, he was the sea change.
There's another thing, too, about LeBron, and I want to give credit to Howard Bryant from ESPN, who brought this up in an article that was written right when LeBron was breaking the scoring title and breaking Kareem's record. And he brought this up, and I thought it was really smart. And it's about LeBron kind of being this singular dude, where Jordan has like these affiliations. This is not a bad thing. I'm just saying he's got these affiliations. What do you know Michael Jordan from? North Carolina, Dean Smith, Chicago Bulls, Phil Jackson, Scottie Pippen. There's all these other things that you associate Michael Jordan with that LeBron doesn't have any of that. Think about it. He doesn't have a coach you associate him with. He doesn't have a college you associate him with. He doesn't have a particular, I guess the Cavs would be the team.
A city, Cleveland.
And Cleveland and Akron. Okay, but everyone's from somewhere. There's not like a one singular running mate that you think about him with. And he's done all this as like his own planet. And Jordan's a planet too. I get it. And everything revolves, or the sun and everything revolves on. But LeBron is almost like this one singular, unique force that has not had any other like permanent attachments. I guess beyond just Cleveland, Akron, being from Northeast Ohio.
I see what you're saying. I mean, listen, have you ever seen the clip LeBron as a young man? He's wearing a headphone, and I have some research on what song he was listening to when he was walking around Akron, trying to figure out what kind of player he wanted to be.
Yeah, very good.
Sometimes I dream that he is me.
Sure.
Got to see that's how I dream to be.
Sing it, Maggie.
I dream I move. I dream I move.
Like Mike.
If I could be like Mike. If I could be like Mike.
It is a catchy. Yeah, he probably was listening to it. But
Little known fact, the song was actually about me.
Yeah, if I could be like Samter. It was originally called If I Could Be Like Samter.
Yeah. They're like, we need to tweak it.
I mean, listen, I think this argument, you have to bring in the business stuff. And LeBron's a gigantic businessman, but he is, I think LeBron became a billionaire, right?
He is a billionaire.
Jordan's a $2 billionaire.
He's got the production company. I mean, LeBron will be an owner soon, though. And then when he sells his team, he'll go into the billions. But
Jordan, I think, has $2 billion on his belt.
Well, Jordan also has 20 years on LeBron, 15
true.
years on LeBron.
I mean, you got to talk about the production company. Have to talk about the player agency. When LeBron won the title in 2020, whatever you think about the bubble title, 6 players on that Laker team were represented by Clutch Sports. Like, he is the shadow GM of the whole league. I mean, in a lot of ways. So
you're saying he's more impactful than Michael Jordan because of that?
I'm saying these are all the legacy.
These are all facts.
These are all the permanent legacy things that go beyond shoes and sports marketing that most people know Michael for, and go far beyond those two aspects that Jordan has. Jordan also has mystique still, which is incredible in this world, in this day and age, where LeBron had all the pressure in the world on him when he came out of St. Vincent St. Mary's and somehow exceeded that hype and exceeded all of those expectations. He does not have any mystique anymore. He's in the social media era. We feel like we kind of know everything about him. He's kind of corny sometimes. Jordan still has the mystique, which goes in his favor.
I mean, I honestly, this is my actual real opinion about this. If you're talking about impact, there's like 4. We're talking about Babe Ruth, Michael Jordan, maybe Gretzky, and I think LeBron's right in that second tier. But I mean, Michael Jordan is arguably probably the most impactful athlete of all time because he invented the entire stuff that's outside of sports. Sports marketing is him. I mean, that's a huge part of LeBron's game too. Remember the tonal ads?
Yeah, that's where Perloff said LeBron was out of shape in those ads. This is not true.
Michael Jordan took being a great athlete and turned it into a completely different thing. Where now athlete marketing is such a huge part of all their brands.
Yeah.
Their singular brands, including LeBron. Michael Jordan's the first athlete to be an entire company unto himself.
855-212-4CBS, 855-212-4227. So if you've been with us all week, and we want to say hi to the Weedos and the Purple Drinkers in the chat, good Friday to you guys. But this is the culmination. Impact and legacy. We've been talking about LeBron and Jordan all week long. This is it. This is the final time. Let your thoughts be known, and we'll never talk about this topic ever again.